that working? It's okay? Yeah, these early ones were, there's like a panic every day trying to figure out, you know, what the photo is going to be. But it's like every day there would always be something, somehow things would work out. I wanted to find a way to be more in the moment, to be more in every day, to understand time more, to understand my own life more, to have more memories, all of these things, basically to live more richly as a human life, not just as a work life. And so I designed this project to take a picture every day, and I thought it would make me more aware of life as it was passing. It was like it gave me this enhanced awareness for life. At first, it was just my family and close friends that were following it, and then over the months, more and more people signed up until there was an audience of a few thousand strangers following it all around the world. It's kind of like a hunt. I mean, when I see these pictures in this sequence, 1 per second like this, it feels a lot like hunting. Like there's got to be some endpoint or some outcome. It's like a step, a step, a step, a step, and at some point you're going to reach your prey and you're going to pounce on it and kill it. But having gone through it, I can tell you there was no prey that I ever got to pounce on and kill. It was just a walkabout. I always think there's going to be such a clear endpoint with things, with life. Not always an endpoint, but a clear signal of like, okay, yes, this is clearly the thing to be doing now, no doubt about it. But it's so rare that I ever feel that certainty. Much more often, I'm just aimlessly wandering from one thing to the next. You just never really know. It just feels so random sometimes, everything. This project was definitely a crutch for memory. It was like an assisted living center for memory. I'm really obsessed with memory. I'm obsessed with not forgetting, not being forgotten. And I do all sorts of things to try to fix that. This project was one. I think all my projects are about leaving a mark, being remembered somehow, or remembering the marks that other people have left. But you can't ever really win at it, you know. No matter what you do in your life, what you create, what career you have, whether you have a family or kids or make a lot of money or whatever, your greatest creation is always going to be your life story because it's like this container that holds all of those other things. That was something I was really interested in with this project, like thinking of life itself as a creation, as a story that you're writing. When I reached 30, I think I felt what a lot of people feel when they reach 30 or around this age, which is that maybe the way your life isn't the way you thought your life was going to be when you were 20 or when you were 15. And you kind of freak out a little bit and you wonder, you know, holy crap, like I'm aging, I'm getting older, and I still have all this stuff that's not figured out. It's strange. It's almost like the process of growing up has made me, well, almost like less sure of myself somehow, because I see there's so much more that I don't know, which I didn't see before, I think. I feel like I've definitely grown probably more in this last year than I've grown in any other year in my life, and I think it's largely because of doing this project. I think it was an incredible instrument for personal growth, among many other things. But that said, I'm not sure exactly what I've grown into. took on this kind of performative quality a little bit, whether I wanted it to or not. And that was a really strange thing to experience. It became something that took more and more control over me. And by the end, it was more like the project was running my life, not the other way around. I wanted to stop it. I wanted some time to contemplate and process experience without having to post about it every single night to other people. And just some space, I think. And I miss it now, too. I miss having this archive of memories. I feel my memory atrophying already, getting weaker than it was. I use stories as a technique to organize the past, and I think there's a real lack of storytelling now among all of us. Like, we're all living lives that are so fragmented and so moment to moment. What's happening now? What's the latest text message? What's the latest news blurb? It's all so moment that there's not that time to create stories, to make sense of your experience. I think that's one big thing I learned doing this project, is that you really need privacy. I think you need space in order to contemplate and grow. Stopped with the 30 birds, going into the brush where you couldn't see what was next. You could call the whole thing Men at 30. Different ways of dealing with that, you know. I mean, the today is just a coping mechanism, I think. Boy meets world, boy still baffled. Something like that.